Right now, you're in the presence of a woman who is full of hope, joy, quite a bit of happiness is in the air. I'm feeling it. But in 2 days, all of that might change because I am going to be traveling with Decker for the first time ever, solo. And that just feels like a whole different experience. Like, if you have a whole nother human, that's like, you're cutting the workload in half by 50%. And I'm not saying like I'm not trying to make this like it's like work. I'm going on a vacation. It's going to be fun. It's going to be happy. But let's be real, when a baby is involved, things just get they can be a little dicey. I'm not going to lie. But so far we have gone on 3 trips, Decker and I, with others. So Zach was there. My parents were there for one. We went to Boston, New York, Florida, and now we're going back to New York. And yeah, it's just me. And like that just changes everything. However, I am very excited and we're going to see. I'm going to like bring you guys along with me to see how this goes. He is just about to be 11 months old. So okay, first of all, it's a little terrifying because he's on the move now. So he's not necessarily, but he's never been like that. He's never been the type of baby who just wants to sit and just like chill. He's a guy on the go. Okay. He has a mission. He has a purpose in life, and that purpose most likely will not involve sitting on a plane for 2 hours and 2 minutes doing nothing. I feel like every single age has its own struggles, its own challenges, its own benefits though, because the big benefit right now is Decker is a human. I always say this, like when Decker was just like 1, 2, 3 months old, like it just felt like if he cries, I don't even know why he's crying. Like I don't even know what he's thinking. Is he thinking? Does he even have thoughts? Like I know he probably does, but like does he actually at 2 months? The big pro right now is like I just feel like he's my buddy, like we're in it together. But yeah, the con is everything else that comes along with being 11 months old. One thing I do have to say, and I feel like I'm totally jinxing everything right now, traveling with a baby has been so much better than I thought. Like on our very first trip, I would have paid a genie $5,000 to get me there without having to go on a plane. Like I thought it was just going to be like an insane experience. Oh my God, like how is he gonna do? No. And also our flight got delayed. I had it totally planned. He was gonna be drinking milk during takeoff, and then he had the milk before takeoff. Are his ears gonna explode? Is he gonna be freaking? And I'm literally like, as we were taking off, I'm like staring, he was denying the milk, and I'm staring him in the eyes like waiting for like his head to explode. Like I don't know what I was waiting for. He was fine. He barely even noticed it. So yeah, the one thing I want to say, it has gone so much more smoothly than I could have ever thought. People travel with babies all the time. The big thing with flying is other people witness your bad moments, right? Like if you're doing like a 6, 7, 8 hour road trip, that is tough. Like you are in it. You are grinding it out to get to that destination. But anything that goes wrong, it's like, it's just, you're in your own little like incubator. Like no one else can see it. With flying, there are witnesses, but people are so kind. Seriously, that's one thing I've realized since having a baby. And yeah, if you're nervous, don't be. Like seriously, you got this, and so does your baby. And not to mention, one of the big things is when we do go out and about, that's when Decker is happy. And nothing is more exciting than an airport. Like there are just so many things to see, so many things. Like yeah, it's been a lot better than I would have thought. But as for packing, I'm not gonna lie, if we're going on a big trip and I'm bringing a pack and play, I bring 2 suitcases. One for me, one for Decker. My thought process is if I'm gonna check the pack and play, I might as well just put the pack and play in a suitcase, and then that allows me to bring all of his other toys and all of his other things. For this trip, we're going to visit one of my friends, Carly, so she has a pack and play for us. I'm still gonna bring his toys, but like it is nice that we're going to a place where I don't have to for our Boston trip, I literally I feel like I packed his whole nursery. I'm not gonna lie. You might think I'm crazy, but minimalism and motherhood, they have not gone together for me so far in my personal experience. I personally think packing cubes are a must. Bonus points if you can color coordinate it where your baby has one color, you have the other. It just makes things so much more organized once you get to your destination. Also, yes, I need to clean these shoes. As for diapers, I personally prefer to pack everything ahead of time. I don't want to have to get there and then go shopping, trying to find our brand. Especially if once we switch to these diapers, there is no going back. These are Coterie. I am getting to work with them on this video. They're offering you guys 20% off. If you haven't given them a try, oh my goodness. And I especially realized what a game changer this was when Zach was noticing the difference. Because no offense to Zach, but he does not notice these things. Zach, tell me about what you said about the diapers the other day.
Well, our little guy felt like he did more than one number 2 in his diaper, and I said there's really nothing that could have possibly contained it any better because it was filled to the brim, so it did its job.
Before having a baby, I would have thought, just get the cheapest diapers. Like, it doesn't really matter. They all do the same thing. No, they definitely do not all do the same thing. And your diapers are literally the difference between a good day or a bad day. Having to change a crazy blowout or a leakage or any of that, or a way less chaotic turn of events. And with coterie diapers, it is crazy what they are capable of holding. And I feel like there are 2 main reasons that I recommend coterie to everyone I know. One, it is going to hold in the craziest what would be a blowout, also like really heavy diapers. We don't use overnight diapers. We literally put Decker in this because it's enough. The size 4 diapers were tested in a lab and they held over 16 ounces of liquid, which that's a lot of liquid, obviously. So love it from that perspective, but also how soft they are. Like, diaper rash has been a thing of the past that we don't even have to worry about. They're dermatologist tested, pediatrician recommended, hypoallergenic, made with clean ingredients, and they are just so soft. Like, if my money is going anywhere, it's the diapers. It's not clothes. This is obviously what is like directly on your baby's skin throughout the entire day. And we have just noticed such a difference with these. They are a little more expensive, but I realized the amount of money that I was spending on detergent, because I was literally having to do like his clothes every single day, and just the diapers themselves. Like, I would have to go through so many more diapers in a day, whereas with these, that thankfully has not been the case. And then the wipes. Oh, these best wipes hands down that exist. They're made of 99% water and 5 other clean ingredients like a pH balancer. They're sustainably sourced, plastic free, and up to 30% larger than other leading brands, which these are the thickest wipes. And with other wipes, what would be like me using, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 wipes at a time, I can seriously get away with just 1 or 2 of these, which makes such a difference, especially for traveling, not having to like create like this crazy mess. And then once again, I feel good about putting this on Decker's skin because that area down there is sensitive. So I'm going to have a link below as well as a code on the screen if you guys want to try coterie out for yourselves. They also have an auto renew option where you save money, which makes sense. You're obviously going to be buying diapers repeatedly, so it just saves you a little bit of money. But I'm going to have that link below. Definitely check them out if you're a mom. They've just been a game changer. We're making a quick little Target run, which is always imperative before a trip. Honestly, the only thing I really need is formula, which he does his last feeding before bed. That's a bottle. And then we nurse the rest of the time. One thing I wish someone would have told me before I ever travel with Decker, don't let other people's judgments or their perceptions make your life less convenient, because the first couple of times Decker and I are playing a game. This is the only way I'm able to vlog. But the first couple of times I traveled, I did a whole pumping routine just to be able to get on that plane. I was pumping in the bathroom while entertaining Decker, and basically I was too embarrassed to nurse in public because of what other people might think. But that is like absolutely... But that is like absolutely absurd. And I realized like, oh my gosh, or I guess I'm living in 2 days. In 2 days, it's going to be so much more convenient for me to just nurse. I have like my nursing cover. Although guys, I am a little bit nervous about nursing on a plane next to a human. Like, I can nurse in public if people are like, you know, far away. Doing it next to a stranger, like, I'm terrified. If it's a male sitting next to me, forget it. We're praying for a woman. Hopefully a mom. That would be a great scenario. I don't know. If you haven't yet picked a flight time, I will say morning flights it just tends to go a little better. The evening is just where things just get a little crazy sometimes, like a little less predictable, at least for us. I will say everything varies baby to baby. You know your baby most. Another thing I do want to really mention, the best laid plans, a lot of times, they go a little south. And that has happened to us. It happened to us getting delayed. It happened to us getting canceled and extremely delayed. Where we were supposed to take off, I think at like, I don't know, like maybe somewhere around noonish. We were supposed to get into Boston at 2 p.m. It was an insane travel day. We ended up getting in at 2 a.m. Okay, I was freaking in my head, like, what? Like, how is he gonna survive on this plane? Guess what they do? He survived, he was fine. And like, that's the thing. Even if things really don't go to plan, it's okay. Babies truly do adapt. And if you're looking at 2 flight times and there's like a $500 difference and you're like, I gotta go with the one with my baby schedule, I personally don't necessarily think it's that make or break. The diaper bag is hands down the most essential element to travel. It's make or break. And it's a delicate art because you don't want to be sitting on an airplane wishing you had something you didn't, but you also don't want to be going into your diaper bag and everything's falling out. You packed way too many things. I feel like I've kind of mastered this at this point. So first things first, I'm going to be packing some headphones. I figure when I get on the plane, I'm just going to want to like zone out, just like totally zone everything out. Also packing my Kindle, probably just going to like kick back, read a little bit of a book. Obviously, I am kidding. This is a much different trip than I used to pack for. I forget what headphones even are because with a baby, obviously, you know, you always need to be listening to him. Like you can never wear headphones. But anyway, okay, for real for the diaper bag. These are great. These are puppy pee pads. I can link these below as well as anything else I'm mentioning. Great for when you're changing your baby in the airport, or honestly, if you're just going like out and about to restaurants or just wherever on your travels. Helps keep things sanitized. I just put it down on the changing table and then I'm able to just totally throw it out once we are done. Obviously diapers and wipes. Always bring a burp cloth with me. An extra onesie, especially now that Decker's eating solids. Things get very messy. My nursing cover. I always like to have a little hat on hand just in case it's sunny. And now here's where things could get a little crazy. I'm trying to figure out just how many toys I want to bring with me. I understand, like I probably only need or should bring like 1-2 toys. It's really not the direction I'm going to be going. So I went out to Target. These he's never seen before. That's always a huge tip. Get a toy your baby's never seen so that they're extra interested. Thought this could be a fun little moment. He always seems to really like these like pulley type things. So I thought maybe this could entertain him for 3 minutes. These are always a classic, especially on airplanes because you could just stick them right to the window. And then he loves chewing on these. So we'll see if this is enough to keep him occupied. Oh, I almost forgot. This is going to be the moment of truth. I will update you guys if it works. People have said Post-it notes, apparently. Like, you just take off the Post-it note, and apparently babies, like, have a lot of fun, like, sticking. All right, guys, we just got to the airport. All is well so far. All is well. Just printing the bag tag. I say all is well. We've literally been here for 4 seconds, but we're taking the wins when we can get them. All right, we checked our bag. We're heading toward the almighty security. This is way easier than I thought. Basically, you just hold your baby walk through. They put the stroller through a separate little scanning system. And if you have any breast milk or formula, you just tell them ahead of time and they do like a 1-minute test on it. Not a big deal at all. I did want to share the travel system we use. I love this thing so much, and it is one of the least expensive options out there. It has just been perfect for us. It's this Graco stroller. It makes everything so convenient. This is a car seat as well. It's so easy to strap into a car. Like literally I could do it in less than 60 seconds. And I know some people baby wear throughout the airport. That's just crazy to me. Like to have him like strapped to me for that amount of time, I feel like he'd go crazy, I'd go crazy. Like I can't, I really, like, I have to each his own, but I cannot imagine us doing that. I really try to take advantage of these elevator moments where we can be as crazy as possible, crazy. And now we are calm. Airport fit check. Decker isn't due to nurse until we get on the plane, but check if your airport has these mamavas. They're so cool. It's like privacy for pumping and breastfeeding, and it's really nice to have. I know I've been acting all cool, calm, and confident, but I'm terrified. I made it to my destination. I would give the travel day, I mean, honestly, a 9.5 out of 10. Like it, and I would say like, wow, it was a solo travel day. That's a lie. I could not have done it without the kindness of so many strangers. I mean, at one point I had to give Decker to a woman because just doing everything one-handed, like my travel stroller, for example, like I physically couldn't do it all. On the plane ride there, I sat next to a woman like across the aisle, and within like 5 minutes of the flight, she like turned to me and was like, hey, I'm a mom. I have a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old at home. If you need any help, let me know. Like, are you kidding me? Like that meant everything. And like the woman next to me, I did sit next to a woman, which was great. But like I was on the aisle and Decker is not a fan of the nursing cover. I don't blame him. But as soon as I try to put it on, he just rips it off. So we just had to just go for the gold on the plane. It's fine. But yeah, like I had to have random like just the first person I saw, like a random guy, like, hey, you, like, can you help me open my stroller? Like, everyone was so nice. And that's the biggest thing I will say. If you're traveling, if you're scared of traveling, there's so many people who have been there, done that. Or even the woman next to me is like, hey, I've never traveled with my kids. Like, good for you. And like, yeah, like just so many people are so understanding, and that is what makes it. Like, I could not have done it without them. And so now we are here. The great thing about this particular trip, look at where we are. Carly's house, well, okay. As you can see, I have like a problem. Like, it's an actual disorder. I am as neat as possible at home. The second I am out of my normal like surroundings, messiest person ever. Like, I can't adapt or function without like predetermined, I don't know. I'm so messy when I travel. But Decker sleeping in the pack and play that Carly already had, which is clutch. So that's been great. And then I didn't really have to pack many toys just because Carly has so many of them. So that has been great as well. And then I do know, guys, everyone says traveling with a baby is nothing. It's when they're toddlers that things get dicey, which I am scared about. Oh, and I did decide, I realized this will be our last plane ride where I don't purchase Decker a ticket. You don't have to purchase babies under 2 a ticket. Like, they could just sit on your lap. But when you have a baby who is greater than the 99th percentile in height, we were just making it in terms of the fact that like he was almost on the person next to us. Obviously, I was being as cognizant as possible, but I'm not gonna lie, there was a point where I was bending down to get a toy and he almost kicked off her entire drink, which thankfully she was so kind and sweet about it. She's probably, I don't know, like 22, 23 if I had to guess. So she's definitely not at the baby phase, but she was still understanding, which meant the world. So yeah, like I think next time I'm just gonna have to purchase him his own seat. He's just too big to be on me. And yeah, so that definitely will be on my radar for next time, and will probably make things a lot easier. I will say, like, a couple of rows up, there's a family. It was like a mom and dad traveling with the woman's parents. I was so envious as I was watching them pass the toddler back and forth, like, okay, grandpa, you have 20 minutes, now it's my turn. And I'm just like, because like as great as Decker was, like, it's exhausting that every second of the plane ride I'm like, here's this toy, here's this, like trying to just like, you know, keep him entertained, keep him good. There were probably, I don't know, I guess 20 seconds where he just absolutely lost it because I was switching sides when nursing. And sometimes when I'm switching sides, he thinks like the milk is over, like I'm taking it away. So it was just 20 seconds for me to get to the other side where I'm like, okay. Oh, and also I didn't even say there was a dog sitting behind us. The dog was more annoying than Decker. Like, Decker really was great, but the dog was barking. And honestly, I was happy. I was like, perfect. Someone else can, you know, take the heat off us. So thank you to that dog for serving its purpose. But overall, it was great. And then I'm actually going to have a vlogless vacation. I feel like I always vlog my vacations, but sometimes every once in a while it is nice to just put the camera down, put the phone down, not be worried about capturing this, getting this on camera, and that is what I plan on doing. I'm sure I'll post on like Instagram and whatnot, so obviously if you guys want to follow me on there, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Normally I just post our everyday life with now an 11-month-old, which is insane. I can't believe, oh my god, I'm gonna have a toddler soon. Like, how is this happening? How is this possible? Like, I'm not okay. I'm really not. We've got a lot of fun things in store with Decker's first birthday, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited for like the holidays coming up, decorating for fall. I am like, oh my gosh, everything is just so much more amplified with a baby or toddler. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you have a great day.